What's up, YouTube? Decided I'm going to try this for a sixth time. Hopefully phone don't ring, radio don't go off, nobody calls. Video response to Padre Piper, where we are now, where we thought we'd be after we graduated high school. Definitely not. When I graduated high school, I wanted to join the Army. Got all the way to the recruiter's office, told me I couldn't because I'm asthmatic. So I worked as a welder's helper for a couple of months. That job ended, and I worked as burned through all the money I made on that job. Worked in a Western wear store. That kept me warm and dry that winter. And I worked as a line locator, locating pipelines for heavy equipment so they wouldn't, dig into an existing line and blow themselves up. And I worked on a dude ranch. Had a lot of fun with that. Dudes aside, take people out, let them play cowboy, ride a horse in the mountains for a day. Didn't enjoy that part so much, but the pack trips, take a string of horses into the mountains, pack in the Forest Service or hunters during hunting season. Had a lot of fun with that. I probably partied a little bit too much, but when I found out I couldn't join the Army, I wanted to, just rodeo and cowboy. But that didn't happen. I'd still do it if I could, or the cowboy part anyway. It's a hell of a life. I don't have a wife or kids, so the money would be good enough for me. Normally I'd be smoking a pipe doing this, but can't smoke in the jail, so Copenhagen and Dr. Pepper. So yeah, I worked in a coal power plant, and I hated it. One of the worst jobs I've ever had. And after that, I started X-raying, industrial X-ray. We go out and X-ray welds on piping, visual or internal non-destructive testing on pipe welds. Make sure they were up to code, weren't going to rupture under pressure or anything like that. And I thoroughly enjoyed that job. The money was fantastic. Got to do quite a bit of traveling. That's how I ended up in Texas, was because of that job. And met my ex-fiance because of that job. And because of my ex-fiance, I no longer have that job. Things ended horribly, and I quit caring about my job. They had to let me go. I understand why they had to let me go. They had to cover their rear end, and my work performance just went down the hole. So I worked after that ended, I worked in a oil field parts store. I'd sell pipe, valves, fittings to construction companies that were building well pad sites. And then I worked for a construction company, and that job reminded me of working in the power plant. I stuck with it for about a year, and got an opportunity to get out, and I did. Went to work in a county jail, and I really enjoyed the work. I really did. I'm a little bit old school. I have a hard time being unbiased with the job. I ended up getting let go from that job for buying a 6-pack of beer. And that was last year. I'm not a heavy drinker. I'll have a whiskey and Coke now. Bought a 6-pack of beer for marinade. I was in my uniform. I just got off work. I lived out of town. And somebody took a picture, sent it to the sheriff. Sheriff fired me. I went and worked heavy equipment, and I saw the oil field was slacking off again, so I got a job at the Nether County Jail. Because after I got let go from that county, I moved a few towns over. My dad was living over here, and he was able to get me work, running heavy equipment. And I enjoyed the work I did, but I saw that the oil field was starting to disappear. So I jumped ship ahead of it completely crashing, which it did. Went to work in where I'm at now, working as a dispatcher / secretary / jailer. And the hours along, I'm just now doing my switch night shift. So I've kept on having to redo this video because people keep calling. Little note, I'm sure most anybody viewing this video is smart enough to know, if you don't know how far it is to your next gas, and you know there's gas, and you're at half a tank, you go ahead and you fill up. I get people that they don't do that, and then they call me on 911 wanting me to send them help. It's, I will, or I'll provide them help in some form or another. But where I'm at now is definitely not where I want to be. But I'm only 27. I put a lot of the living in 27 years I've had, but I think I still got quite a bit more to go, and we'll see where it takes me. I have a job now. I got a roof over my head. I just finished paying off my truck. Payday today. I just won an auction on a pipe on eBay, so I'll be doing a presentation of that to y'all. But yeah, I'm definitely not where I thought I'd be out of high school. But I still got a long ways to go, and ask me this in a couple years and we'll see where I'm at. But I've had a good life. I wouldn't trade a single experience I've had, through all the jobs I've been at. Everyone provided a lesson that I took away from each experience. I've taken a lesson away. I wouldn't trade anything. But working in a county jail, so I kicked around the idea of smoking a pipe for a couple of years, and I'm one of those people, I will research the heck out of anything before I ever pick it up. Dogs, horses, guns, vehicles, and I did the same thing with pipe smoking. Being an asthmatic, I wanted to know, could this have any adverse effects on that? So far, it hasn't. I am still wanting to try to quit chewing tobacco. Sometimes the stress of this job makes it a little hard. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't, not where I want to be, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. And, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try to get this uploaded before midnight. I was hoping my first few renditions probably would have been a little longer, a little better. I figured I'd go ahead and try to crunch it down a little bit before I had another 911 call or something show up. But Anyway, that's pretty much all I got to say, my friends. Ride 'em high. Keep puffing. I'll talk at you later.